Alrighty, so let's take a look at Lesson 8. So with Lesson 8, we are going to be looking specifically at the standard algorithm. So, let me move myself around a little bit. There we go. So we're going to be looking at Lesson 8, so we're going to be looking at the standard algorithm. I'm also going to be using the multiplication organizer that I posted on Canvas. This is in the announcements, so if you want to use this, you can. So let's look first at part A, or 1A. So this page is asking us to do a couple of different things. It's asking us to first estimate the product and then solve using standard algorithm. So this first part has already given us the estimated product first. We rounded 213 down to 200 and 328 down to 300. When we multiply those together, we get 60,000. So our answer is going to be about 60,000. So then we're going to take 213 and 328 and we're going to multiply those together. So I'm going to fill this in my organizer. We have 213 and, oops, wrong page, 328. And then I'm going to multiply. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to kind of highlight where kind of each number is going to go. So that first number, our ones, is going to go in our first row. Our tens will go into our second row. And our hundreds will go into our third row. This just makes it a little bit easier for me to keep track of everything. So for our first number we have, or for our first row, we have 213 times 8. So we start with 3 times 8. So 3 times 8 gives us 24. And then 1 times 8 gives us 8, plus 2 more gives us 10. And then 2 times 8 gives us 16, plus 1 more gives us 17. Then we're going to go to our next number. Now remember, when we start multiplying by the tens place, we have to add in our placeholder 0, right? Because we're not really multiplying 213 times 2, we're multiplying 213 times 20. So then we can start multiplying. 2 times 3 gives us 6, 2 times 1 gives us 2, and 2 times 2 gives us 4. Then we get to our last number. Now we're multiplying 213 times 300. So that means we have to add 2 placeholder zeros to the end, and then we can start multiplying. 3 times 3 gives us 9, 3 times 1 gives us 3, and 3 times 2 gives us 6. And then we can add just like normal. So 4 plus 0 gives us 4, 0 plus 6 plus 0 gives us 6, 7 plus 2 plus 9 gives us 18, 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 3 gives us, let's see, 7, 8, 9, and 6 plus nothing gives us 6. So we have 69,864. Move my pen back. 69,864. That number is pretty close to 60,000, so that is a reasonable answer. Then we're going to look at part B. So B, excuse me, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. So we're going to look at part B. So part B is 662 times 372. So we're first going to round and estimate. So 662 we can round to 700, and 372 we can round to 400. When we multiply that, we get 280,000. So our answer is going to be about 280,000. So I'm going to go back to that organizer. I need to erase it all first since I am writing new numbers. And I'm going to rewrite my numbers. So I have 662 and 372. And then I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to start with my ones place. So I have 2 times 2, which gives us 4. 2 times 6 gives us 12. 2 times 6 gives us 12 again, plus 1 more gives us 13. Now when I go to my second row, I'm going to cross out that first set of kind of carried numbers so that I don't get confused. Now I'm going to multiply by 70. So remember that since we're multiplying by 70, we have to add our placeholder 0 into the end. So we are going to look at 7 times 2, which gives us 14. 7 times 6, which gives us 42, plus 1 more gives us 43. 7 times 6 gives us 42 again, plus 4 more gives us 46. And then I'm going to multiply my last number, my hundreds place. And since we're multiplying by the hundreds place, we need to add in 2 placeholder zeros. I'm going to cross out those numbers at the top. And then I can start multiplying. I start with 3 times 2, which gives me 6. 3 times 6 gives me 18. And 3 times 6 still gives me 18, plus 1 more gives me 19. Then I'm going to add all of my numbers. 4 plus 0 gives me 4. 2 plus 4 plus 0 gives me 6. 3 plus 3 plus 6 gives me 12. 1 plus 1 plus 6 plus 8 gives me 16. 1 plus 4 plus 9 gives me 14. And 1 plus 1 gives me 2. So my final answer is 246,264. So we have 246,264. And that is a reasonable answer that's pretty close to 280,000. So that's where we're going to stop for today because the rest of these are just kind of doing the same thing. But I do want to look at your independent practice very quickly. So on your independent practice, it is the exit ticket, but I chose the exit ticket because I liked the way that it was laid out better than the homework pages that we normally do. So you only have 2 questions to do today for your independent practice. You're going to estimate the products first in this spot, and then solve using the standard algorithm. Okay? So if you're like me and you write really big, and you don't think you can fit all of your work into kind of this, sorry, clicked on the wrong thing, into kind of this space here, that's totally fine. You can use kind of this bottom space down here. There's this space at the bottom you can use. You can use the back side of your paper if you printed it out. You can use a sheet of notebook paper or printer paper. You can use the multiplication organizer. However you want to do that, just make sure that you show your work and make sure that you submit that work with your independent practice. And before I let y'all go, I have a secret word for y'all. Let me grab my paper and tell you what it is. So our secret word today is, very appropriately, costume. Alrighty, so if you have any questions about our lesson today, please let me know. Tomorrow and Friday, just as a reminder, we will not have our math help sessions because Miss Sally and I will be in meetings all day. However, if you have any questions or you run into any problems, please still let me know. It may take me a little bit to get back to you. It may take me a little bit longer than normal, but I will still have my email accessible so I can send videos, I can send written explanations and things like that, or I can try to kind of carve out some time during any breaks that I have. So if you run into any problems, please let me know. I'm here to help, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you all on Monday.